There are 6 levels of self-development. The first level is the awareness level. Now, this level is very simple, but it's huge. It's the moment you realize that there's a better way to live. You become aware that life doesn't have to be chaos, that you can intentionally make choices, that your habits, thoughts, beliefs can actually shape your reality. Psychologists call this self awareness. You begin to realize patterns in your life. You start to realize things that are not serving you, habits, procrastination, even the feeling of feeling stuck. The key here isn't action yet, it's realization. Without awareness, there can't be any action. Without it, change doesn't even feel possible. Now, level 2. Before we get into level 2, I'd like to make something clear. I'm not here as a development coach or a master of this stuff. No. These levels are simply what I've come to understand from trying to change myself. So think of this as a conversation and not a lecture. So let's get back to number 2. Level 2 is the experimentation. Here comes the second level, action. You start reading books, you start watching videos on self-development or personal growth or self-improvement, whatever you choose to call it. You try waking up early, journaling, meditating, and yes, all of it or most of it fails at first. This is where self-efficacy comes in. The belief that you can improve through efforts. You fail, you reflect, you try again. You learn that self-development isn't magic, it's instead trial and error. Habits are formed through repetition, and your identity begins to shift when your actions begin to match the person you want to become. And at this stage, every little success feels massive because you're proving to yourself that growth is possible. Now, level 3, consistency and discipline. Level 3 is where self-development stops being a hobby but a lifestyle. You start practicing discipline, not just motivation. You understand that consistency beats inspiration. At this stage, you're building routines that actually support your growth, like daily exercises, reading, reflection, journaling, meditating, goal setting, and all of those things that actively improve you. You're training your brain to choose long-term gain instead of short-term comfort. Psychologists call this habit formation and identity-based behavior change. It means that your habits are no longer random. They are an extension of who you're becoming. Now we have level 4, which is the emotional intelligence and self-mastery. You begin to understand your emotions instead of being ruled by them. You notice triggers, you pause before reacting, you reframe situations in a way that serves you. Because the truth is, most people spend their lives reacting to the world. But at this stage, you start responding intentionally. You're practicing cognitive reframing, turning challenges into opportunities, criticisms into fuel, and mistakes or failure into lessons. You're learning the art of self control, and that is where your confidence truly begins to grow. Once emotional intelligence is in place, self development begins to become more about alignment. And that brings us to the 5th level, purpose and alignment. Your goals, habits, relationships, and all of that are directed towards something purposeful, meaningful. You're no longer chasing what everyone values. You're building a life that reflects your own identity, your own purpose. And at this stage, you start making intentional choices on how you spend your time, intentional choices about your environment, who you spend time with, what media you consume, where to focus your energy. You're not perfect, but your life begins to feel more cohesive, more meaningful, and more purposeful, more intentional, and more alive. And here comes level 6. Now, if you stayed till this moment, that means you are really curious about this self-development thing. And I must say, congrats to you. So, level 6 is what I call self-mastery or mastery of self. I think that's better. Now, the final stage isn't a finish line, it's deepening journey. I like to believe that self-development isn't a destination. It's more like a journey. You don't get to a particular place or a particular phase and say, okay, yes, I am fully developed. I am I have gotten to that stage where you can say I'm at the highest stage of self development. But there are stages you get to, and you know that you are actually intentional about being the best version of yourself. And that is where self mastery comes in. Here, you practice self control, energy management, journaling, discipline, and what have you. You're learning how to steer your life with intention, not reactively. Even here, I feel like you're still learning. There's always another level, another skill, another growth, another insight, another way to grow. But the difference is your life starts reflecting the work you've put in. You're living aligned with your values, with a sense of purpose, and with awareness of your impact on the world. So, where are you now? Maybe you're just discovering self development as a concept, or you are in the experimenting stage, or maybe you're already building a life that reflects who you want to be. But whatever level you're at, I need you to understand that self development is not a destination, it's more like a journey. For me, I think I'm at the third level. I think I'm transitioning between level 2 and level 3. Like, I'm in between experimenting and trying to be consistent and disciplined. So, whatever level you're at, today, I mean, yes, today is the best and perfect time to take the next step, to move to the next level. Start small, start intentional, start believing you can grow. Your life can become more purposeful, more aligned, more valuable, more intentional. You just have to start. You can start today. It's one level at a time. So, thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in my next one.